Hello there everybody, Sam'sTrains here, and welcome not back to my railway, but to Colyton, which is in South Devon, and I'm here to try out the lovely Seaton Tramway. So I'm here at Colyton, and the tramway is about 3 miles to Seaton, which is right there by the sea. Now this is a tramway now, but originally this was part of the Seaton branch line, so a railway. That railway closed down in 1966, and then just a few years later this tramway opened instead. Now this tramway has 14 different trams, I believe, and they're all based on different classic British real-life trams, but built to smaller scales. And I've already seen a tram here when we arrived, and yeah, they are teeny tiny little things and they look absolutely awesome. Now, like I say, this is on the South Devonshire coast, and just a little bit further down the coast is Beer, which is home to Pico and their tourist attraction Picorama. So weather permitting, I'm hoping to get there as well to do a video with them. Like I say, weather permitting though, today is actually the only decent weather we've had for ages, and if it doesn't hold up, I won't be going to Pico. But Seaton Tramway, let's see if I can jump on a tram. Says that one's got a driver under instruction inside, so it seems like you can have driving lessons on the Seaton Tramway. And it's the most beautiful station here at Colyton. They've got a shop and a cafe, which all looks very railway-esque, and then out beyond the lines an absolutely gorgeous view, and that is actually Colyton over there. The station itself is actually a little way out from the village. And I would swear I've just heard a whistle on this tram, not a bell. So it might be a tramway, but I'm certainly getting some railway vibes from it. I think that's one of the biggest ones I've seen here. So there's a great variety of different sorts of trams. So here comes tram number 9. Seen quite a few trams come by here now, and they're all absolutely gorgeous, but I really like this one in the blue livery. They do have adverts on them, which is a shame, but you can still tell what an elegant looking machine this is. Anyway, number 9, I think this might be our first trip of the day. And we've got these reversible seats so that you can always face forwards no matter which way the tram goes. That's pretty smart. Come to Seaton station itself, which is where the line terminates. And Seaton is quite a nice place. It's right there by the sea, quite picturesque, but the station itself is quite modern. And there it is from the outside, the very modern looking Seaton station. But no, that was a great ride on the tram, and the operations are very, very interesting here. Most of the line is single track, but obviously a tram doesn't have anywhere near the capacity as a train. So to get around that, they've got lots of trams running on the line, and there's several of these passing places all the way along the route. So many a time you'll stop and a tram will run past you, and it means that there's a lot to see during the journey. Another interesting thing to see is this, which is the Victorian gentleman's toilet, and they say that this is the only remaining remnant of the original railway, as this was built way back in 1868, so they have been able to preserve that. Obviously the track bed is original as well, however here is where the original track bed terminates, and the rest of the line towards Seaton was new to the tramway, and you can tell that because the curves suddenly become super tight, far tighter than standard gauge trains would be able to negotiate. And the inside of Seaton station is very interesting as well, because it doubles as a venue for live performances. By the looks of things, I saw a poster up for an ABBA tribute act, and that explains why there's all this sort of gig equipment hanging from the ceiling, including a disco ball which is right in the way of the tram pole, so it's liable to get clobbered as they move the pole's position. Here at the Seaton end they have to do that manually, but back at the Colyton end there's some absolute wizardry which I'll show you later on. There's also this gorgeous tram in here, and the moment I saw this I thought this just looks like the Northeastern Autocar. Now obviously it isn't, because that wasn't a tram, but the trams here are supposed to be based on real life vehicles. Do you reckon this took some inspiration from the Northeastern Autocar? Probably not, it does look similar though. So we've just seen this beautiful saloon, number 15, come in, and there's quite a big queue of people in front of us, so I don't think we're going to get on it this time, but hopefully later on. For now though, we're going to take a trip back to Colyton on number 9, the lovely blue tram. Alright, off we go, and yeah, the beautiful blue saloon, that did fill up because there was a big queue of people. However, that did leave us with basically our choice of seat on number 9. Most people want to sit upstairs on a nice day like this, so there's a bit of competition to get up here, but I did manage it again, which is really good. And we're so lucky with the weather today. It's rained all week, it's been really rotten. For the first time today we've had sunshine all morning, so it's made filming the Seaton Tramway here absolutely fantastic. And I don't know what they do during bad weather, because a lot of the seating for the trams is outside. Some of them, like the saloon, are covered, but with this one, number 9, if it's raining and people don't want to sit outside, the tram's only going to be half full. But today, thank goodness, that was not an issue, so we could enjoy the fresh air up on the top deck. And here's how they reverse the direction of the pole at the Colyton end. Absolutely amazing bit of engineering. It all just happens automatically. And this is the first time I'd ever seen something like this. And I have to admit, it kind of blew my mind how well this worked. Amazing. Right, I've got one more chance to get on number 15. I do think this is the finest of the trams I've seen here today. Incredibly elegant and quaint looking. Hopefully it's not too busy. Hopefully I'll be able to jump on and see what it's like inside. Yes, it's looking way quieter at this end, so finally let's jump onto the saloon and take a look at that interior. Alright, car 15. So I've already seen how lovely this thing is on the outside, and inside it's just as lovely. Lots of woodwork. It's got this kind of clerestory style roof on the inside, which looks great. And this is what the driver would see, I suppose. So certainly a very beautiful tram, can't wait to take a ride. Turned into an absolutely beautiful day here, and we're now going on our second trip on the tramway. Paid to get the all-day explorer ticket, which means we can use the tramway as much as we like. It's quite a bumpy ride, but I'm trying to hold the camera as still as I can. That one looks super old-fashioned. So here we are at the Seaton Wetlands Halt. This is one of a few places you can get off during the journey, and there's a very pretty nature reserve here which is quite enjoyable to explore actually. Anyway, there's time for just one more journey into Seaton, and then we'll come back to Colyton and call it a day. So there you have it, that was a fantastic day on the Seaton Tramway, or as I like to call it, the Seaton Model Railway. Because after all, the trams do run on rails, and this used to be a railway, and all of the trams are kind of half-scale replicas, or three-quarter scale replicas or something like that, of actual other trams. So yeah, it's kind of like a model railway, isn't it? But yeah, an amazing day. They were saying this was the busiest day that they've seen here for a long time, and at one point at the Seaton end there was some big queues that built up, but their operations were brilliant. They actually pulled out some more trams from the depot and got more of them going on the service, and the way they ran it was pretty smart. So instead of having just one tram on each section of track, they actually upped it to have two, so that they ran in pairs, and obviously that improved the capacity. So in the end the queues went down and things ran a lot more smoothly. But yeah, a fantastic day out. Awesome to come and see some trams for a change instead of some trains, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, cheers folks, you take care.